Before diving into this video, I just want to bring your attention to your current mental and physiological states. How are you feeling and how are you holding your body? I just want you to pause the video and see if you can maybe intuit a relationship between these two things before we get started. In this video, I'm going to be talking about something called embodied cognition. It goes by many names, but the general premise is there exists a two-way dynamic relationship between your physiology and your mental state. People are often able to intuit that their mental state will reflect down to their physiology, that somebody who's sad might talk a little flatter tonality and drop their head and their shoulders. And somebody who's very confident might be making very wide, open gestures, talking with a smile, and maybe puffing their chest out, looking proud as a peacock, so to speak. What is very interesting about this is that not only does your mental state reflect down into your physiology, but your physiology actually reflects back up into your mental state. Let me give you an example. There's been tons of studies on this kind of thing. One particular that I find very interesting is people were giving a very mundane task to do. The control group was giving nothing other than the task in the same assessment that the experimental group was given, and the experimental group was given a pencil to put between their teeth while completing the task. When you have a pencil between your teeth, it forces you to engage a lot of the same muscles that you engage while you're smiling. This simple thing made them feel happier while doing the task and reported they enjoyed doing the task more. I'm going to give you a little practical example from my own real life in the context of my job. I'm a server, and sometimes when I go to work, I just don't feel as sociable or energetic as I like to. What I tend to do is I find a nice quiet private place away from prying eyes and engage in some very wide open gestures, put on a big smile, and lean back, take up as much space as I possibly can, and talk with a very downward, confident tonality, and try to engage with as many people as I can to help get the momentum towards that mental state that I want. If you'd watched my video on anchoring, you would have seen me touch on the notion that neurons that fire together, wire together, and the idea behind classical conditioning. This is the principle I believe is at work behind embodied cognition. I think that there are certain physiological states anchored to certain mental states and certain mental states anchored to certain physiological states. And by engaging in one or the other, you automatically start triggering the corresponding mental or physiological state. I highly encourage you to give this a shot. And next time you're feeling down, maybe straighten up your spine, widen your shoulders, put on a smile, and make some big open gestures. Cheers. This has been Mnemonics.